Hi guys, sorry I'm so late. I was working on the website and didn't realize what the time was. Hello. We're all chatting here until Loz comes on. Yes, I'm sorry, guys. Didn't realize what the time was. I was like, oh shit, it's 5 o'clock. Hi everyone. Hi Hannah. Hi Laura. Hi Topaz. Hi Natasha. Hi Nugs. Hi Hannah. Hi Di. Hi John. Oh, John Johnson. John Hayes. Hi, Loz, watching from the beautiful country of Portugal. Had a great wedding and already planning holiday number 2 with the missus. All thanks to you. Love you heaps. Oh, John. Oh, congratulations, you two. Oh, you and Samantha. I saw a picture today on your profile that you changed your picture to you two kissing. So cute. Oh, you two have a lovely time. Feels so weird me calling you John Hayes all of a sudden. Oh, can't wait to see the photos of the wedding. You just have a good time in Portugal. We're gonna don't be posting anything in the group while you're on your honeymoon. Oh, John. Yay. Hi there, Cohen. Hi, Loz. Bear with me. This is long. So I know everyone's you pushed out, but the last few months I found myself wondering if I have feelings for SP. I went right back to when we met. It was just after things ended with OGSP. So although I thought my self-concept was great, I really don't think it was. This guy was being flirty in our group chat, showing me attention, and I clung to it. When I look back, it had been the bare minimum. The sex was crap. He frustrated me more than made me happy, but I kept him around to keep me distracted from the OGSP, but yet I kept finding myself wanting to be chosen from him. That's understandable, don't I spent Friday night with him and he referred to me as girlfriend again and called me babe, but then yesterday told me he went on a date with another girl. I was annoyed, stayed silent all day and let him know, would have settled for friends with benefits. I'm also frustrated myself for attracting another situationship. He texted me last night again this morning. Sorry for the huge message. Send a super chat. Say thank you. Oh, sorry, forgot to add the way he spoke about the kids, his ex and others in general in a negative way was what was frustrating me. And also he was always in victim mode. Looking forward to your words of wisdom. So do you want this guy now or not? Or it's suddenly turned into some friends with benefits situationship, even though he's been calling you a girlfriend? How is it transformed into that all of a sudden? Because I thought it was just you weren't getting the commitment wording that you wanted, but now it's what actually been confirmed as just a situationship or just friends with benefits or something. Look, guys, unfortunately, I used to get myself in friends with benefits things all the time, and I used to think I was doing it because I wanted it to be like that, right? And deep down, I actually did, because I couldn't bear the idea of someone really getting to know me. Because if they got to know me, they discover all stuff about my childhood and a whole lot of stuff that I didn't want to reveal to them. So a situationship was safer for me because I never really let them get to know me. Now that's my situation with situationships. However, if you just have a general feeling of being not good enough or not chosen, you will get yourself in a situationship or friends with benefits, even when you said the sex is crap, but it will still turn out that way because you have the essential thought inside you dominantly that you'll never be chosen for anything, whether it's a bad sexual relationship, a good one, a relationship, whatever. The cheese stands alone and you won't be the one that's chosen. And they'll talk about their ex or their work or prioritize their kids or whatever it is, Nat. It's still not chosen stuff. So if you've recognized that and you know that when you met him, you were kind of trying to replace the first SP, trust me, now you've discovered that. That's great. How great that you've realized you were kind of doing a replacement switcheroo SP trick. Okay, that's good. That's great that you've identified that. So now you can realize why he's turning up this way now, because your self-concept you thought was great, but wasn't that great from the beginning. Or it was okay and now it started to wane again. Sometimes, guys, when you get to know them better and you get closer to it being a really serious relationship, that's when your self-concept starts to unravel, because you felt really confident at first when they're coming in hot, pursuing you. It was honeymoon phase. But when you start to unravel is when it starts to get serious and you're trying to lock it down and know where it's going. Now, it's either that or it was shit from the beginning, the self-concept. Either way, you know it's you, so you know you can fix it. Now you just decide what it is you want from him so you can imagine that outcome. Is that what you're, because I'm not quite sure what the outcome is you want from him. Oh, thank you, darling. You didn't need to send me a super chat. Were you saying something else? Was always friends with benefits in his eyes. I ended it last night. Oh, I thought I wanted friends with benefits. I realized I don't want him anymore. I deserve more. Oh, okay. So it was always friends with benefits in his eyes. Oh, I didn't realize that. Well, darling, look, if you've made that decision and that's not what you wanted and you've put an end to it and you're choosing your choice, well, choose your choice. You know what I mean? But don't do it as a way to get them to commit. You know what I mean? You don't end the friends and benefits as a way to get something from them. But it sounds like you're not doing that. You're just going, you know what? I actually know my worth and I deserve better than that. And what I want is a full blown relationship. Right? And that's good now. That's great. So why the big palaver? I think that's a good thing, isn't it? That just proves how far you've come, doesn't it? If you're putting an end to something you actually don't want and you realize you deserve more, I think that's a really good thing now. Hey, Loz, I have someone really interested in me. He will literally just stare at me and smile, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for a relationship. Could this be my old self-concept trying to protect me? Yes, guys, it's not ready for a relationship. Not ready. You know the amount of people who say, like, when you get pregnant and you're not ready for a baby, no one's ever ready. Oh, I need to get the house ready. I need to be ready. I need to be ready for a relationship. I need to be ready for my career. I need to be ready. That's just kicking the can further down the road because you feel not good enough yet for it. You're good enough now. Decide you're good enough now. Sorry, Cindy, what can I affirm if I was the only one who cut off SP? I see myself saying stuff like he never left me, but he wasn't the one who ended things in the first place. If you push people away, Cindy, that's a whole lot of what I just said about not letting people get to know you or feeling not good enough for it, so you self-sabotage. Is that what you were doing? SP and I didn't even last long. We talked for a few days and he triggered me because of the way he acted. How can I imagine him thinking no girl is like me when he and I only talked for a few days? Use your imagination, Cindy. It doesn't matter that you only talk for a few days. Use your imagination. Doesn't matter the time that you were together. Does it matter to live in the end? I just want us to go back to the talking stage after everything will come together. I caused some drama to get his attention and he blocked me. What should I do? Help. My old SP came back and the SP I want blocked me on the same day. Oh, okay. Well, why are you doing shit in the 3D to trigger them? You're getting triggered and then doing shit to trigger them, to cause drama. Why are you doing that? Because you need attention? Because you need validation? Because you need love from them? Guys, if you're doing things to make something happen, you're really not getting this, that you can't do that. So own the fact that you did that. Now stop doing that and imagine what you want in your mind. I'm extremely thrown and been waiting for a live. 3 days ago, I found out SP is into pre-op transgender women. I know circumstances don't matter, but what do I think to create that circumstance? Oh, it could be as simple as you're not attractive enough, or you're not good enough, or you're not wanted, or you're not chosen. And so they literally are choosing other things that aren't you. Like they turn out to be gay or could be that, darling. Where's the second part? Not that that's a problem, darling, unless you think it is. But Ariana, if you don't want that, then choose someone who's going to fully choose you and be attracted only to you. It's just whether you decide you have a problem with that, darling. Part 1. Hi, Loz. So happy to catch you live. Things are going good. Me and SP are in contact after no contact. Slowly catchy monkey. Been hardcore affirming daily, morning and night during the day when bad thoughts intrude my living in the end. Believing my affirmations, starting to be living the end state now. Only took a week of good mental diet. Wonderful. Now just waiting for 3D to catch up. Loving life currently. Oh, good, Kylie. Work, friends, and SP all conforming. My question is self-concept and SP affirmations more than enough to make this work, or is more needed? SP is still stuck on the old me. No, they're not stuck on the old you. Stop saying they are. They've seen the new you. They can only see the new you. They're not seeing the old you. The old you is dead. You had a funeral for the old Kylie, right? Stop saying they're stuck on the old you. Stop even affirming that they're seeing the old you. Stop saying that. Okay? You can't be the new you and then saying he's only seeing the old you. Well, aren't you the new you now? So shouldn't he be saying that it's just a bit of a delay, darling? Don't worry about it. And yes, that's enough. Everything you're doing is enough. You're just stepping into the new state of you. All the self-concept affirmations and SP affirmations and visualizations are for is to become the new you. Now you're the new you. Eventually he'll see the new you. That's it. You're getting into the new state of you. That's all the tools are for. All the techniques. What can I affirm to stop getting humiliated? I don't constantly. I've called on my website today all the things I teach tools, because I don't want to say techniques. They're just tools to help something that's already constructed. You know what I mean? Like a car's already constructed. You're just using tools to get it back into shape, right? But it's already a fully formed car. You guys are a fully formed, powerful being that can already manifest everything you want. You're just tweaking it with some tools of visualization and living in the end and self-concept affirmations and figuring out what your self-concept was in the first place so you know which affirmations to say. Tools, right? Because I don't want to call it techniques because that sounds like we're trying to do something. We're not doing anything. We're just tweaking what we already have, all this power we already have. We can look at it that way. That's a really good way to look at it. And I might write that on the website because that's why I'm using the word tools. Okay. Hang on. Hey, Loz. So, update after you went off on me about how I am prioritise affirmations. I've been going hard on them, focusing on self-concept. SP has reached out after 3 weeks. I did go see him and slept. We didn't speak about the reason why we stopped talking. Thankfully, wonderful. This time around, I'm not going to be psycho. I've manifested him back like 5, 6 times now, and this time he's not going anywhere. I'm working hard on my self-concept. I'm not going to let my triggers affect me or 3D. He is my boyfriend now. Living in the end feels amazing. He hasn't texted since I've seen him, but I don't care. I know he will. Oh, wonderful, Sinead. Look, guys, you can go Burko on them 10,000 times for all I care. It doesn't matter. I can't tell you some of the things I've done with people and they just can't even remember. Can't even remember. Don't worry about it. Plus, my SP had a daughter. Every night I do your priority affirmations. I feel well, a lot of beautiful things have manifested. I continue for my SP. What's the question, darling? That's good. You continue with your SP, but what's it got to do with had a daughter? Do you mean he's just had a baby with someone else? Is that what you're talking about? Well, circumstances don't matter, darling. That doesn't matter. He's just a baby daddy. Don't worry about it. Is that what you're talking about? Have you ever manifested a person that you met only once? Yes, I manifested a person I hadn't even met. I was trying to manifest him before I even met him. He was semi-famous. I'm manifesting my SP that I only met once, and we texted 4 months, and then I fell out due to my triggers. This circumstances wouldn't matter. Guys, I manifested someone I really wanted to meet. I'd always thought we'd be a good match. I decided that he'd be someone I wanted to be with. Then the next week, he was doing a conference down the street from my house. It was a 5-minute walk. There's my street. It was a parallel street to my house. I walked down the street, went to the conference, ended up meeting him, and he kissed me that night. And then we met up in another country, right? Never met the guy in my life. Doesn't matter. Hi, beautiful Oz. Question, please. I'm in a good place for this P. Nothing bad is happening in my 3D. I just randomly want to cry sometimes when I think about him or read certain sweet messages. I've tried to sit and think about what it is triggering me, but it's like I get the urge to cry. Why would this be? Should I just give a good meaning, or would you have a deeper meaning? What are you crying about? Are you crying sad or crying happy? Are you crying just emotional tears that you're relieved that it's all come back together, or decide what it is you're crying about and give a good meaning that's happy tears, darling. Don't be worried about that. A guy who is seen as a player will say that he will treat a girl nicely because she is the one, but in reality, her self-concept is better than the ones, and she looks at him different than the others, right? Exactly. Look at someone like George Clooney. He was a player with everyone, and then Mal turned up. She's like, I'm the fucking queen of the world. Who are you? Jesus, I'm glad I'm catching all your lives lately. I'm in a great relationship, but I want more passion and more excitement. Can you tell me what to do? Literally say that line up. We are so passionate. He can't keep his hands off me. He rips my clothes off me as soon as I walk in the door, etc. How can I focus on self-concept to support that what I want? My self-concept is great for the most part, but I want more romance. He's so romantic with me. He always sends me flowers. He always stares into my eyes. Say the things you want to have from him. I deserve all the romance in the world. I get romanced every day. Who's sending me a super chat? Oh, thanks, Leslie, darling. Do you have a question? Oh, you're just sending me a super chat. Darling, do you have a question? You probably don't because you've had so many success stories in the group. You're doing so well, you probably don't have any questions. Wonderful. Thank you, darling. But if you've got a question, darling, put it in the chat, not the super chat. What can I affirm if I feel anxiety for the first day of school? Cindy, use my anti-anxiety meditation. I'm in control of the feelings I feel. I do not let my feelings run me. Use the last 7 minutes. Hi, beautiful lady. Been working on self-concept more lately and have started affirming that I'm too important to lose. The opposite has happened with SP, but my job has been doing whatever it can, so I won't leave. Oh, doing everything it can, you won't leave. So your SP is doing opposite. Guys, sometimes work and career is going really well and relationships gone down the gurgler. Or friendships and everything and family life are going well and work's not going great. Or sometimes it doesn't matter, guys. Just get them all tickety-boo with your self-concept. They'll all work once your self-concept's on point. Once you got rid of the story about the SP. It's probably the story. I've been going on nice dates with the guy. However, his overly sexual comments are bothering me and I'm trying to train my mind to not seen as an object by him. Guys, just try and ignore the sexual comments. It's only you being bothered by it. Another guy, when you're not bothered by it anymore, I promise they'll stop doing it. They'll actually stop doing it when you're not even bothered. If you've got a story that all men want sex, then they'll do it to you. Or you get used, or you're not good enough, they'll do it to you. I was honestly feel so lost and feel like I don't know the basics anymore. Found out my SP is dating someone new, even though I've been affirming self-concept SP for a year now. I don't know what's going on. I know in my mind he loves me and his feelings in 3D threw me off, and I feel like I'm constantly spiraling and not believing myself. I know you don't need to believe affirmations. You don't, darling. I think I just need a refresher on what to do to see movement if it's been a year. A lot of birds fall land, but it's not intense or obvious like some success stories where they come out of the blue. Look, darling, I know a year is a really long time, okay? The best thing to do is sit and really analyze and do a little like truthful analysis of what you've really been thinking for the year. And I bet you any money you've still got some really old story about yourself and him in there, them. Mhm. Because if you hadn't, progress would have been faster. I know that from experience. When you think, I'm doing everything right, but really, you ruminate on the old story. Really, you run over arguments in your mind. Really, you sit and look on socials and look at their pictures. Really, you go back through old text messages and feel sad. Really, you start looking at the third party's social media. Really, you're actually thinking bad thoughts. Or you've had 100% new thoughts and you just have to wait. But most of the time, it's not that. Most of the time, if you're really honest with yourself, you will have been doing a whole lot of old story in your mind you weren't even realizing you were thinking, or just old story about yourself. Like, I fuck everything up. Why doesn't everything ever work out for me? I'm screwing this up. Where is it? Why hasn't it turned up yet? Even that. Mhm. Everything is already perfect. Creation is finished. Is it waiting for you? It is waiting for you to acknowledge it. Yes, Masha, I love that. It is waiting for you to acknowledge it. It's already here. It's just waiting for you to acknowledge it. That's wonderful. Hi, all. Happy Terrific Tuesday. Oh, I think I just need a pressure. Yes. Now, any birds will learn that's movement. Also, movement can be unseen. Exactly. Hope you're living your best life with a high self concept. Yes. My cousin's baby does not have his father present. I know this will probably affect him when he's older, but I just met him and I'm trying to give it as much attention as possible. I know I literally can't replace his dad, but you think me giving him attention will help a little? Absolutely, Cindy. Absolutely. I wouldn't compare yourself to others. We're all on our own journey with success that you have birds flying. Yes, exactly. Take the birds flying and give it all good meaning, darling. Also want to add that lots of people at work have been reflecting my self-concept, telling me I'm appreciated, that I don't want to lose me and that they really like me. I know it's working with SP soon. Yes. If it's working in other areas of your life, it's working. I second that. What's this? Any love poured into a child is never wasted. Yes. Sorry, guys. I know I was late. How much would your one-on-one coaching be? Can you give us an estimate? At the moment, it's $185, and that includes the membership to the group. Okay, because you have to be part of the subconscious laws squad to do the coaching. Okay. I give the third party a story. It's okay that she found another lover. Yes, say that. I recently met a new SP. Everything was great, but he got angry and blocked me. What does this mean for my self concept? Guys, it could be I fuck things up. I do things wrong. I upset people easily. I always don't get what I want. What are the thoughts you got? I'm not enough. I don't get chosen. People disappear. I upset people. I make people angry. I fuck things up. Lots of that. How do I get SP back after I broke his heart, spirit more than once, and we're in no contact at the moment, but we have a baby? Why are you saying you've broken his spirit and broken his heart? Why are you saying that? That's a great story to hold on to. That's a fucked story. Stop saying that. I didn't break his heart. He's just madly in love with me. That's all that is. He forgives me. He knows why I acted the way I did. He understands me. What did you do when third party thoughts came to mind? Did you pretend it was you or just ignore the thoughts? You're asking John. I like sexual comments from my SP. Expresses himself that way. It's his love language. He can't keep his hands off me. Yes, give a good meaning, guys, when they do that. Bit of both really. It worked either way. Oh, good. SP hasn't replied back to my message from 4 days ago. I've been affirming that we're together, living in the end, and affirming for being chosen and wanted. Everyone always replies back to me. What else? That's perfect, darling, and just have patience and stop looking at your phone. What to do for a diagnosis of alopecia that I've dealt with for many years when the physical evidence is the complete opposite of any affirmations, please. It's really getting me down. Look, darling, just decide, go on the internet, right? Look up like ketogenic diet or something like that and decide that when you start this new diet, that thing is going to work. Then go on the internet and find rosemary oil, right? Or black seed oil and start massaging into your scalp. And every time you're doing those things, you tell yourself it's working. This is the miracle cure. This is working. I don't have alopecia. They were fucking wrong. My hair is growing back perfectly. It was just my diet. I just needed some oil on my head, right? And use those things. And as you're doing a ritual every night of eating the right things, putting the oil on your head, tell yourself it's working with affirmations. Banji, hi Loz, I made a big mistake at work. Please help with the affirmations. You never make mistakes, Banji. I don't make a mistake. Everyone, if I ever make a mistake, it's forgiven and forgotten. No one cares. Work is so forgiving. They know people make mistakes. And I didn't even make a mistake. It was a tiny, weeny mistake. It's not a big mistake. They don't care. They forgive me. They love me. They love me there. I could do no wrong. I could run around with my underpants on my head around the office and they'd still love me. It doesn't matter what I do. They love me. So those things, darling. Don't say you've made a mistake. Stop saying you've made a mistake. That's a whole lot of I fuck things up. I do things wrong. Do you sit there and ruminate about what you could have done, woulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda? If any of you do coulda, woulda, shoulda thinking, I know I used to do that a lot and occasionally still do. That's a whole lot of I fuck things up. There's something wrong with me thinking. You've really got to stop that. Got to really focus on your self-concept, darling. Hang on. What to do? I saw that one. Hi, I've been doing sleep takes every night for about 3 weeks, and now I'm starting to become very CBF, replying to people or going on social media. Can't be fucked. Is this a purge? It also cried heaps the other day. Can be, darling, but I'm okay and have stopped thinking of SP and old story. Well, it might be that you're just not so worried about people anymore and what they think of you and then judging you, and you just don't care anymore. And that's a good thing, isn't it? Great. Yes, you're right. I have loads of bad thoughts of me and him. Well, there you go, darling. But then I really try and cover it with new affirmations constantly for months. Like now I can acknowledge the bad thoughts, but then I do everything learned from you and still haven't seen movement because you've still had the old thoughts. Guys, look, it's like saying I'm an alcoholic, but I'm going to keep drinking alcohol and drink water, right? So you meant to stop the alcohol altogether and just drink the water and the soft drink all day. So you're drinking soft drink and water, soft drink and water, soft drink and water, soft drink and water. And the next minute you're like, I'm just going to have this big bottle of wine. And that's your negative thoughts, your old story about him, the ruminating about him. But you're like, oh, now I'm going back to this. What do you think is going to happen? You're still going to be a fucking alcoholic, aren't you? All that alcohol is still in your system, keeping you alcoholized. That's what you're doing, guys, when you're still thinking the old fucking thoughts. You're still drinking the booze. You shouldn't be drinking when you're drunk. Would that be wise? Is that what you would tell an alcoholic to do? Or would you say you have to go cold turkey on that old shit? Put that wine away, tip it down the sink. You have to tip those old thoughts down the sink, and you're not doing that. And then you're expecting that you're not going to be alcoholized with all the crap that you're thinking. It's still in your brain. It's still in your body. It's still all here, and it's still affecting you, and it's reflecting out. Whatever you're putting in here, guys, having in here, thinking in here is reflecting out here. So you can't be thinking old thoughts and old shit and ruminating about them, being angry at them and not forgiving them and resentful about them, and then expect it not to fucking reflect out. And then you're saying to me, oh, it's taken a year. No shit, it's taken a year, because for the whole year, you haven't fully, completely, and utterly quit your old thinking. Tip it down the sink. No alcohol. No old thoughts. Not just a few. Oh, I'll just think some shitty old thoughts today about them. What do you think's reflecting out? He hurt me. He can't be with me because he wants that other girl. She's prettier than me. Oh, now I'm going to drink some nice water. He loves me. I'm so great. I'm chosen. He hurt me. I hate him. What do you think is going to fucking happen, guys? Is alkalized even a word? Alkalized even a word? I don't think it is. I think I made it up. I'm sorry. What's this? Thank you so much for your reply. Where's this? I'm sorry I'm late to your story, but it gave me the biggest realization of how powerful we really are. Yeah. John's story is wonderful. John will be my first podcast, won't you, John? Ursula, I'm struggling to how to change content of him towards me and revise old story. Could you give me some advice? Guys, you've just got to radically throw out the story. I know it's really hard sometimes when you've got a real old stinky story about them. Can't change it. Find a new person. Like, I'm really not kidding when I say that, because if you can't throw out the old story, you're still drinking the old story. So what do you think is going to happen? Write it down. Burn it. Write it new. If you're still thinking the old thoughts, write the old thoughts out again. Burn them again. Think the new thoughts. Think the new thoughts. Focus on the new thoughts. How to let the old story go. My man is always busy and not seeing me. I affirm a lot that it made me got a headache. Well, we're not meant to be giving ourselves a headache, darling. Are you fixing your issue, which is I'm not prioritized, people don't prioritize me, people don't give me the love and affection and attention I crave. It's nothing to do with him, it's me. Have you done all that? Or are you just sitting there going, he loves me, he spends so much time with me, he loves me, he wants me, he hangs out with me every day, he calls me every day. Have you fixed the shit inside you that's causing you to be so affected by him not seeing you and always being busy? No, you haven't, because you're doing some old school fucking SP. He's focusing on me, he's being with me, he's calling me shit that all the morons on here teach you on YouTube. SP. Have you figured out why it's happening? Oh, no, you haven't. Because if you had, you'd be focusing completely and utterly on you and your self-concept affirmations, not SP affirmations, to counteract the fact that, look, guys, you can say he spends time with me, he wants me, all you fucking like. But if you've got an old story in the back of your mind that I got rejected as a kid by my parents because they're always at work and they never spent time with me and they always spent time with all the other siblings and I never got the attention and love I need and I was never prioritized by them, and you got that running on in your brain, you can say, hey, I'm a priority, all you fucking like, won't make any goddamned difference about talking about him because you've still got this tape running. You've still got the tape running, don't you? So no wonder you're getting a fucking headache. You haven't done a single thing I say. Go and watch all my videos in the Manifest a Specific Person series, and when I bring out my self-concept course, you better fucking get it. It sounds like you're not doing anything I say. Hey, Loz, school starts next week. I'm an introvert. My desire more friends. What could I say? And when people don't talk to me, I get sad. What could this mean? And what affirmations to switch it? Everyone loves talking to me. In fact, I attract a whole lot of really shy people also don't really want to talk, and we all hang out together. We're perfect together because we're all introverts together. We've got this little tribe of introverts. Decide that there's plenty of people who want to talk to you. Don't assume that you're going to go to school and no one's going to talk to you, darling. That's your assumption. Stop saying that. Everyone wants to talk to me at school. I have so many friends at school. Everyone talks to me at school. Definitely no, my self-concept has improved. Relationship with ex is so good. The SP said he wants to keep me in his life. Oh, okay, Nat. So it has improved. Well, then maybe you've just woken up and you're like, well, I don't want him and I want better. Good, Nat. Good. Hi, Loz. Do you believe in chakras? No. I have endometriosis and somebody said to me, your chakra is not balanced. I'm done with doctors. Well, use that, darling, if you really want to. And I'm doing self-concept affirmations, 80% SP, 20%, as you said. I know he will back in my life. Look, guys, I went to drama school. We learned all about fucking chakras. One of our teachers, we had an Alexander teacher, and she banged on about fucking chakras for 3 years. So when people think I don't know the woo-woo shit, trust me, I know all about the Enneagram and chakras and fucking this and that and healing and spiritual woo-woo shit more than people think I do. Okay? But I choose not to believe in it because I know it's just my mind doing it. So if I choose to believe there's a chakra inside me that, my sacral chakra needs to be focused on, and if I fix my sacral chakra, this will all work, then it will work because it's my belief in my sacral chakra. It's your belief in it, darling. But use it. If you want to use chakras to fix your health problems, fucking use it. Right? Really? It's just a placebo. Use it, or choose to believe that it's fully working and that your chakras are all out of whack. And when you fix them, it'll be tickety boo. It's like going to a chiropractor. I don't know if going to the chiropractor actually does anything, or when I go to the chiropractor, it's just my belief in them going, hardly doing anything and me paying $100. Maybe it's just my belief in the person putting their hands on me, but they haven't actually done shit. It's just my belief in the fact that it's working. Right? Because I tell you what, when I've been to a chiropractor, I feel like they've done nothing and I've paid hundreds of dollars. I'm sure it's just my belief in the chiropractic, right? Everything with SP has been going amazing, but on Wednesday he broke up with me. Oh no, and when everything was great, I'm not in the right headspace for a relationship was what he said. I've revised this part 1. Oh no, Lorna. After I revised this, he claims, I'm not saying it's forever, just give me time. Isn't this progress already? What else can I do? Any advice? It's beautiful progress. Just give him the space, give him the time, let him go off into his man cave and figure out what the fuck's going on with him. And in the meanwhile, you know that all it is a reflection of your old shitty thinking from before where you thought maybe he didn't want you. So you know he'll come back and now reflect the new thinking, which is we're together and you're madly fucking in love with me and you can't live without me. All it is a reflection of the old shit you used to think. So give him the time to play out that crap. Then he'll come play out the new crap that you're thinking, the new good stuff, not the crap. SB said he broke his heart, spirit, and he doesn't want to get hurt or trust and won't do it again. Paula, I look, guys, the person can say to you, I never want to be married again. I never want to kiss again. I never want to have sex again. I'm done with women. It's your belief in that. Another girl could come along. The guy could say that to her and she would laugh in his face and be like, well, you're going to love me. But Paula, it's just your belief in the fact that you never get the love you need. So you're going to believe that, Paula, because of your self-concept. Not only is he reflecting your self-concept that you're not chosen, but now you're choosing to fucking believe it. So good luck with that. Guys, whatever they say, come out of your brain first. Did you think that maybe he didn't love you, and maybe you broke his heart, and maybe you fucked it up, and maybe you did all kinds of things wrong, and he'll never fucking forgive you, and he resents you, and he's hurt? Oh, yeah, that's what he's saying. You thought that, Paula. Guys, what they say is just out of your brain. Trust me. I've seen text messages word for word out of my brain, written by somebody else. How did that happen? Oh, that's right. I reflected that to them, and then they wrote it in a fucking text and broke my heart. I did that to myself. You're doing that to yourself, Paula. Love you. I just really need to be delusional and throw the story out and be delusional with self-concept. I find it so hard to be delusional sometimes and feel like I'm hurting myself and not accepting reality. Well, Nugs, darling, what the fuck are you doing here if you're calling it delusional? It's not delusional. It's literally changing what you already caused. Guys, if anyone is on my channel and they're still using the word delusion, it makes me think they've literally not listened to a word I've said. You've caused what happened out here, darling. Was that delusional? Were you delusional when you did that? You caused your own breakup? Were you in a delusional state when you caused it? No, you weren't. You were just reflecting out shitty old thinking that you didn't realize you were thinking. Now all you're doing is changing that thinking, and it changes. That's all it is. There's nothing delusional about this. You really haven't got this, and that's why they're not back for a year. That's why, tick, I've just realized what it is. Bing, light bulb moment. You're not getting this. It's not delusion. You caused what's out there. You're thinking this is changing them. No, you've got to change your thinking. It reflects out. Are you getting that? There's nothing delusional about that. There's nothing delusional about standing in the mirror and the reflection being exactly what I look like right now. Is that delusional or is that reflection? That's what this is, guys. Just like standing in front of a mirror. You're going to tell me that what I saw in the mirror this morning was delusional? Wasn't real? No, it's a direct reflection of what I was already like. What he's doing now is a direct reflection of what you were thinking before and what you're still thinking. I can see it in your comments, and you told me you're still thinking that. So what are you expecting? How many traits can I write from USP? Can it be very specific? Yes, darling. How many traits do you recommend? Guys, you can write reams for all I fucking care. You can just write one sentence. I've done it with a big story and the person showed up. And then I've done it with one sentence. I have a man who treats me beautifully. Got a man who treated me beautifully. Did another one where it was super fucking specific, went for like 3 pages. The guy turned up, except I forgot to write, not a fucking lunatic. No, I'm joking. But, right? I didn't focus on the how he treats me part. I focused on all the qualities he had as a person, forgot all the things about treating me well. Right? But he was just a reflection of my self-concept. I'm joking. Years ago, not someone recent. Where am I? I've been doing SP affirmations for days, but nothing happened. Then 2 days ago, I focused on self-concept. Guess what? He messaged me and told me I'm beautiful. Ah, darling, wonderful. You did that. But I'm still not happy knowing he was doing them. He was doing what? Whoa, hang on, where am I? Part 1, Loz, SP came back. Oh, this is a different person. Part 1, SP came back and repeated all my affirmations to me. But he also said when we weren't talking, he was doing some stuff I'm not too happy with. I know those were my old fears being reflected, but I'm still not happy knowing he was doing them. I revised on the spot that he called me back and admitted he lied about the whole thing just to impress me, and I'm still focusing on self-concept. Oh, good, you revised and he said he lied. That's brilliant. You did that. Perfect. Masterful. Saw a fab affirmation the other day. I make everyone happy with my presence. Yes, that's a good one. That's great. I use that one. Hi, Loz. I've been going hard with self-concept, and I know things with SP is done regardless of 3D. On the weekend, randomly, my brother went ring shopping, and he brought one to propose to his partner. Blissful and yes, darling, absolutely. Part 3, do you think I did the right thing? Should I do something differently? No, that's perfect, darling. Revising it, and he came out saying he lied. Perfect. What's wrong with that? Does it confuse the subconscious? What, Natasha? Guys, these are really hard to read. Listen to the 30-Day Mental Diet, Transformation of Faith by U.S. Anderson. Oh, yes, I love U.S. Anderson. I've been in such a great state since then. I went on a dating app to distract my mind. Everything by U.S. Anderson's great. I don't think I've ever done the 30-Day Mental Diet. Sounds like someone's stolen his shit and then turned it into a book called The 30-Day Mental Diet. Guys, what do you got to understand about Amazon and things in the public domain? Any books like Think and Grow Rich or anything by U.S. Anderson or the I Am Chronicles or anything are in the public domain. So people can actually take those works, reformulate them, stick them into a 30-day mental diet, a transformation, blah, blah, blah. It's just somebody else has put the book together, but it's not actually what U.S. Anderson told you to do. What U.S. Anderson stuff is really is a whole lot of dialogues about the universe than I am, about source energy, right? He calls it the universal mind. I've got a lot of recordings of his read by somebody else because he's obviously very dead. But use it. He's great. I love US Anderson. I forget to mention him. He talks in kind of convoluted speak, but I love listening to. I have these US Anderson recordings, and I've listened to them a lot in the old days before I discovered Neville. I've been doing SP affirmations for days. Oh, I saw the one. Does it confuse the subconscious? What? It felt resistance at first, but after a couple of hours, actually made me feel better, like a weight had been lifted. I know that I only want SP though. What confused you? Oh, going on a dating app. No, darling, go on all the dating apps that you like and go on all the dates you like and just slap up the attention and be like, oh, my self-concept's working. All these men giving me attention. SP's next. SP will be here giving me the same attention. I'm just rehearsing. Give it good meaning. Going in Harvard, so I saw that one. Lodge, you're on fire today. Cured my bad mood. Good, darling. Hang on, it just jumped. For sure, I'm first in line for a course, please. Oh, good, darling. I've been fiddling around with the website all the last couple of days, just sitting there. I'm like, moving buttons around, things. I'm looking at other people's websites. I'm trying to make it uncomplicated, like not putting too much stuff on the front page. It's really hard to make things really simple. Like I've taken so many things away and then added things in. Then I'm like, oh, it's too many things. Take it away. Just so it's not complicated for you guys. Big congratulations, John Hayes. Yes. He always tells me about his baby mama and the fact that they've been together 11 years and that she'll never leave him and find another man except him. So I have to accept her in our life. What affirmations are good for this situation? Darling, it sounds like a whole lot of I'm not chosen. He'll never choose me. So she moves on and disappears. She won't be moving on anytime soon, darling, because you've actually chosen a person who can't choose you from the beginning and told you he can't choose you. So until such time as you start feeling chosen, he won't fucking choose you. Why are you blaming it all on her? It's got nothing to do with her. You literally chose a person, didn't you, who was already in a situationship in the first place where they couldn't leave. So now you're still blaming it on her and you haven't realized it's all you're thinking about you not being a priority and good enough to have a full-blown relationship and be chosen by the person that's caused this whole thing and is allowing it to perpetuate, and you're blaming her and asking me for affirmations about how to get rid of her. I don't tell people how to get rid of her. I tell people how to get rid of the shitty thinking that caused her. Have you watched my videos? Go and watch the Manifest a Specific Person playlist and find the one about banish a third party, because you're not getting this. It's about you. Have you changed your thinking about you that's causing the bitch to stay around? Clearly not. Because you just asked me, how can I get it so she moves on and disappears? She's not the problem. She can move on and disappear tomorrow, and trust me, he still won't choose you. He'll find another bitch, go on a dating app, be like, oh, I'm going to play the field now. And you'll be like, asshole, I've been waiting all these years for you. I know so many girls that had that happen when they were in affairs. They'd be in the affair, the guy promised to leave, eventually he'd leave, and then he just went off and played the field, and she was like, so she was the problem all along. It wasn't the third party. Stop blaming the third party for your fucking problems, guys. It's got nothing to do with them. I don't believe in chakras. I think my old thinking is playing out as my circumstances. Well, stop saying that. You're all welcome, loving the celebrity feeling. Yes, John! You're a big success story celebrity. Anyone who doesn't know, John just got married on the weekend to Samantha, and they're on their honeymoon. Sorry, I used the word delusional meaning living in the end in my head a lot and not checking the 3D. Didn't mean in a bad way, but a lot of people use it in the word in their success stories. Okay. Hey, Loz, did you answer? Oh, hang on. These are really jumping. Hang on, guys. Hang on. So cool to hear a massive success story, John. Thanks for being in the live. Yes, Kylie. Where the fuck am I? John, please just need to understand that circumstances do not matter in capital letters. No matter how impossible things may seem, there is always movement, even if you can't see it. Exactly, guys. John's proof that circumstances don't matter, okay? Like living proof. Where am I? What are some affirmations for manifesting a relationship with a celebrity? Stop seeing them as a celebrity or seeing them as any different from anybody else, darling. That's the problem. See them with you. I write old story and burn it, and write out new story and living the end, but I'm focusing on self-concept, affirm, not SP. What's the question? Yes, everything you're doing is correct. Burning the old story, focusing on the new story, living the end, and focusing on self-concept, not SP. Wonderful. All right, keep going. Persist until it hardens into fact. Hey, Loz, did you answer my question? I had to step away. Sorry, I heard you say self-concept and self-love are not the same, but I just wrote a long love letter to myself, and I feel like it might help my self-concept as well. Absolutely, darling. It's not the same. But write a letter. There's a piece of hair in my face. But write a letter to yourself saying, I fucking love myself. Do it. Guys, it's just what you got to understand is concept means idea. And people have blown it all out of proportion and make it sound like it's healing or shadow work or loving yourself or healing yourself. It's not healing, loving, any of those fucking things. It just means idea. What is my idea of myself? That I don't get prioritized? What is my idea of myself? That I'm not chosen by people and there's something wrong with me? What is my idea of myself? That people always abandon me because when I was a kid, I got abandoned? It's just an idea. I don't have to love myself. I could love myself all I like and people will still abandon me because the idea I have of me as a person who gets abandoned. I can love my ass and think it's juicy and think I'm the most beautiful woman and walks into any room and I'll still have guys abandon me because of that fucking story that I haven't got rid of, which is the idea, the concept I have of myself, which I have not fucking changed. So you can write all the self-love letters and all the shit in the world, but it's this shit that you have to change, which is why my self-concept course has an assessment, because a lot of you don't know what this shit is. And a lot of you have been listening to fuckwits telling you to do this shit. Love yourself. Stand in the mirror, tell yourself you love yourself. Love myself, I love myself, I love myself. Yeah, but bitch, men always leave you. Right? You know what I mean? Like that's great, but it's not self-concept. That's what I need you guys to just identify, is it's slightly different. It's a feeling of loving yourself, wanting to love yourself, be deciding that you're worthy enough to have love for yourself is a great, wonderful, fabulous thing. And that's now your new concept of yourself. Your new concept of yourself is I love myself. Your new concept of yourself is I'm worthy of self-love. My new concept of myself is I'm going to write myself letters because I'm so great. New concept, new idea. Got it? So I made sense about that. But do it. Fuck, do it. Yes. I just don't want anyone to think it's the same thing because it's not. You don't have to love yourself to change your concept of yourself. Right? If I'm imagining I'm going to meet a new SP in my school this fall, is this worrying about the how I'll meet them? I don't know where I'll meet them, but I'm repeating a scene. I meet them there. I don't know where. Well, that's all right, darling. Don't worry about it. Don't think that you're thinking too much of the how. Hi, Loz. How can I manifest my boyfriend to get a contract to play in a certain sports club? We'll just see them playing there, see them working there, see them with the jersey on, see them coming back with a trophy from that place. Sometimes I don't believe my boyfriend says I'm pretty. How can I believe it? Start saying you are, darling. Start saying I believe everything everyone says. I believe all the compliments. I can take compliments now because I know I'm beautiful enough. I fucking know I am. Now, one thing with mirror work that would work for that is even when you don't feel pretty and you don't feel beautiful, you stand in front of the mirror and you fucking say it to your naked body until you start to believe it eventually. I had to do that for a really long time with body dysmorphia before I would actually believe it. And I never used to take compliments. And I always used to throw people's compliments in their face and go, oh, no, my hair. Oh, now I just go, thank you. Well, I try to. Sometimes I do go on about my hair being crazy. Don't owe it till then. I'm believing everything works out for me. Thanks for everything. What's this, Charlie? Hey, Loz, I do feel things are going well. I'm off to Ibiza tomorrow. Didn't plan a thing. Mate found cheap deal. She's lent me the money. Everything worked out, so she don't have to pay till October. So I don't owe till then. Oh my God! Just by believing everything works out for you. Wonderful. I found self-concept such as I'm always a priority. People always stay. Relationships always work out for me, but it doesn't seem to sink in yet. Meditation will help while affirming. Okay, so you're already doing that. Well, I'm glad you're doing it. It's just you're asking me stuff about the person. You're focusing too much on the person instead of yourself. Yes, that will work, but you take the focus off the other person, please. Should I ignore that he is a celebrity? Yes. And see him as normal as Pete? Yes. Otherwise, you'll treat them like celebrities. I know when I've met celebrities and treat them like celebrities, the relationship's always weird. When I know celebrities that aren't are celebrities now, but they've just been my friends, like I've got a lot of friends who are celebrities, I just treat them like my friend. But if I suddenly meet someone who's a celebrity, like if I met Kim Kardashian tomorrow, I'd probably be like, right? But if Kim Kardashian had been my friend from school, I would be like, oh, hi, bitch, how are you? Right? You've got to treat them like that because that's how you would if you knew them. You know what I mean? You're not going to be like with your friend from school going, oh, hi, you knew them from school. They're just that person from school. Right? What's John's story? When John had a call with me, they went together. Now they're married. That's the story. Let's not go over the old story while they just got married. If you go in the Facebook group, guys, the free Facebook group, Subconscious Laws, you can put in John Johnson, or maybe it'll be John Hayes now, and read all his success stories, okay? All his posts and his advice. Just put it in the search bar group. How do I affirm a healthy apartment atmosphere? Just moved in with a friend and we have an image of them that they're lazy and things have been hard. I don't want to have to move again. Guys, however you want them to be, decide them that they're like that, okay? I used to have situations, if I think about it now, about my not chosen stuff, where I would live with people and they would use me, right? So they would use my money. They'd let me pay the bills, and they wouldn't pay the bills on time. They'd eat my food out of the fridge. They'd do stuff where they took advantage of me, right? So because I felt not chosen, not good enough. So it doesn't matter what you do in the images of that. It's really, they're reflecting you. I get used. People don't do what I want, blah, blah, blah. If you want an atmosphere where everyone helps out, start saying everyone helps me because this is such a helpful atmosphere. Everyone's so helpful here. They are so nice to me. They treat me well because I'm prioritized and I'm respected. It's a reflection of you. You can say they're not lazy all you like, but they're simply reflecting you. You understand? But also say they're so helpful. Everyone contributes in the house, blah, blah, blah. Have I missed any here? When I see people saying that they worked on self-concept in exes, they didn't even want anymore, came back, I always think this is the self-concept I want. Can I affirm something like that? Yes, say that, darling. That's happened to me. When you don't care about the person, they come back, right? It's because it's just reflecting you, just you. Hang on, where am I here? University is now putting exams back on campus rather than online. What type of affirmation should I affirm for exams stay online? Should I say stuff like, I love doing exams online. I love doing my exams in my pajamas. I love sitting in my pants doing my exams. Of course, I get to do my exams from home. I'm the only one who gets to do the exams from home, whatever. What would my self-concept be based on if I still look at my old friends on social media? That's all right if you still look at old friends. Why can't you do that? Hello, Loz. Can you please answer my question? I feel like emptiness in my chest. I miss him. How can I fill this? It's about my SP. Amy, where is it? Oh, guys, you've got to repeat it if I've missed it. Sometimes this jumps and it takes me so long to find your question. Oh, darling, I don't know where it is. Amy, put it again, darling. Can't have been that long. If you've got a feeling of emptiness in your chest and you miss them, darling, that's a complete opposite feeling you're meant to be having. You're meant to be imagining them here now. Imagine their arms around you. Imagine lying in bed with them. Imagine having sex with them. Imagine they're here now. Whenever you have the state of missing, all you're going to get is more missing of them, which means they won't be with you. Imagine them with you. There's no separation, please. With your videos, you help me to believe that all these events are my own thoughts. Oh, good, darling. Great. What's this, Stacey? Where's the first part of this? God, these are hard to read when there's two parts. Guys, come to Facebook Friday. It's much easier. You can write an essay in the Facebook group, Subconscious Laws. Just make sure you answer the questions that come in there, guys. You told me before to live in the end of being married to SP. Should I not worry about divorcing current husband? Should I focus on being married and just live in the end at a normal home? Yes, guys, forget about the divorce and the husband. Or you can say we got divorced so amicably, everything worked out well for the both of us. In my affirmations, I mentioned about being happily divorced, but that's sort of focusing on the 3D, but I was thinking maybe I should scrap that and just focus on being married to SP. Look, guys, either way, however you want to do it, that's kind of a step, right? However you want to do it, Stacey. If you can't possibly imagine right now that you're with your SP and you're married to him because you're still married to someone else, well, then do the divorce thing. I mean, look up my friends from my fake account. Well, why are you doing that, Jess? Why? Well, you can if you want, but why are you doing that? Ask yourself. How do I ignore that he lives in the US and I'm living in Europe? I feel like it's harder manifesting him than other SPs live in my place. No, it's not, darling. There's plenty of people who have long distance relationships in my group and end up together. It doesn't make any difference. Do you think the circumstances matter? It matters. I've had long distance relationship before. It doesn't matter. Only if you think it matters, and you think it matters in the question. Anyway, to speed up, accepting your body dysmorphia, maybe hypnosis. I'm 2 years in and I feel like it's harder for me because I have lots of loose skin from weight loss surgery. Darling, if you knew my story and what I'm like now, you'd be like, it's possible. Circumstances don't matter. I don't care what your body currently looks like. You can decide you love it. You can decide you're born that way for a reason and you are perfect the way you are. If you say that enough. Trust me. I used to be so separate from my body, I couldn't even look at it. I was even told that at drama school that they felt like I had a separation between my head and my body and I wasn't connected and they couldn't work out why. I knew why. I really had to work on that really super hard. And I'd stand in front of the mirror naked and tell myself my body was beautiful and I'm perfect just the way I am and I was born perfect over and fucking over again. I do specific affirmations in the morning and evening, but often I find myself lost in thoughts and into negative thoughts before I even realize it. How do I stop this? That's the problem most people have. Most people are teaching you to sit there in the wish fulfilled as you go to sleep and as you wake up, bing, everything magically happens. No, bitch, because during the day, this shit's running your mind and that's what my whole account's about, right? And some people think I'm in the state, but then they think they're in the state of the new thinking, but they've got this old shit running. Have you got the old shit running? You'll know because you'll suddenly go off into old thoughts. Oh, yeah, and then he said that, and I wish he hurt me. I wish I hadn't done that. God, I wish I really fucked that up. I shouldn't have sent that message. Why did I say it like that? Oh, fuck, stop, Loz. I've got to do that all day. It's really annoying. You must ignore the 3D. Your mind will play tricks on you. Switch your thoughts and things will change. I promise you. Yes, John! Guys, did you see that song I posted in the Facebook group? And it goes, da 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 da. It's something about pop out your chest, take a deep breath, everything will be okay. Just take your time, you're gonna be okay. Have you seen it? It's this African girl, she does these chants. It's so good. And at the very end, she goes, your mind is playing tricks on you. It's so good. And I was like, that's what you just said. Your mind is playing tricks on you. Don't believe it. It's so good. Go look it up. It's on TikTok. It's so good. She's got like 1 million followers and she does these chants about loving yourself and stuff. It's great. Thank you so much. I'll do that. Okay, good. I had a bad childhood and had many problems. No, join the club, darling. What do you want, a medal? Where should I start? The number of main affirmations is large. I know my shitty core beliefs. I wrote you said, oh, your shitty core beliefs? Yes. Where's the rest of it? How many times should I affirm? How could I now works? And then going to next affirmation. Guys, look, a lot of us had shitty childhoods. Okay, what do you want? Like sympathy? Stop saying you're any different than everyone else. Circumstances don't matter. I don't care if you're locked in the cupboard and beaten with a broomstick. It doesn't matter. Seriously. Okay? Doesn't matter. Just do what you think will work for you. Do as many self-concept affirmations as you need to do to change your current thinking. I can't tell you a number. There is no magic fucking number. I love John's story. Congrats, John. Yes! I'm here listening. Was in a bad space because, yes, I beat myself up. That SP came back texting and then disappeared. Was in a good thinking, but I guess I felt nothing changed, but I'm trying to persist. I also have to admit it. I texted him and 3D probably didn't help. Don't worry about it, Marie. Stop beating yourself up that you texted him. Just decide it was the best thing you could have ever done in your whole life. Choose your choice. Decide that everything you've done so far and up to now and now is right. That's all going to work out. He's going to love how psycho I was. He's going to love that psychotic text I just sent. He fucking loves me. He doesn't care. Say that, Marie. It's much better. What if you have BPD? Who cares? And go from one extreme to the other. Stop saying you have that and can't control your emotions or reactions. Can't you? Yes, you can. Try stick to affirming, but thoughts always racing. Guys, I had such severe anxiety. I had OCD tendencies. I was so fucking depressed. I almost fucking topped myself a couple of years ago. Its circumstances don't matter, okay? I don't care that you have BPD. That's just a diagnosis someone gave you. Diagnosis. You have this thing. You're going to do these things. These are the symptoms of this. Well, probably it's because, doctor, I got abandoned as a child, so I've got severe fucking abandonment issues. How about we fix that and stop labeling me with a sticker of BPD? It's because I got abandoned as a fucking kid, you moron. Maybe I need to fix that. Are you fixing that? Or are you just blaming yourself for your problems and saying, I can't fix it because I've got these racing thoughts? Well, the racing thoughts were caused in childhood. You have to change that shit, darling. Were you abandoned as a kid? Highly likely. So tell me what happened to you as a child, and I'll tell you how to help. I'll tell you how I can help you. And I don't mean who cares. I just mean that as like, stop labeling yourself with that diagnosis. It's just a diagnosis. Hi, Loz. Started doing affirmations just a couple of weeks ago, but 3D is still affecting me. Also trying to manifest my SP. We're in no contact now. Is it really tickling? How can I avoid 3D? It's really ticking. Oh, you mean time? Who cares about time? You're deciding time is a problem. So as soon as you decide time is a problem, darling, you fucked yourself royally in the ass because you're like, oh my God, if I don't get him back soon, I'll lose him. That's not the state of having. That's the state of he's not here. Okay? How should you avoid 3D? Stop looking at it. Stop worrying about the time. Stop ruminating about it. Stop reading text. Stop looking at the socials. Start living in your mind. Are you living in your mind, Valeria? Obviously not. Congratulations, John. You king. You did that. Yes, Adrian. Yes. What are your views on Robert Greene? Do you agree with anything he says? Oh, is that the guy who does the, yes, I know who he is. I can see his face. But what's the book called? The Power of Art of War. What was it? Yeah, he's good. He talks about psychology of people and how people's psychology works. He's very right about what he says, but you can also just assume those things about people and it will work too. But he's just talking about the psychology of people. You're just deciding a new assumption about people, and then all he's teaching you is new assumptions about yourself and others. He's just basing it on psychology. like learnings about people's psychology. Things with SP are getting so good. My lease is up for renewal, but I'm ready to go home. I want to ask SP if I need to resign again or if I'm coming back home yet. Not sure what to do. Wait for him. I don't know, Chloe. What are you asking me for? Go to the end of what you want. Don't worry about the how. But can we talk about how Kanye probably removed Mr. 3PP with Davidson? Maybe. He is a masterful manifestor. Yeah, that's sad. I really like them together. I think that's a shame. Hi, Laws. SP saying our wants and plans are different in life. He kept saying that he doesn't want kids and that I should keep on with life and don't want to talk with me. How can be my self-concept problem? How much time have you got? It's all your self-concept problem. Did you choose a person in the first place who didn't want children, didn't want what you wanted, wasn't going to choose what you wanted, wasn't going to give you what you wanted? Oh, that's you. You chose that person, didn't you? Aren't they reflecting back your deep self-concept thoughts of I don't get the love I need, things never work out for me, I never get the beautiful relationship, why do other people get it and I don't? You ever thought those things? They could find another bitch tomorrow and marry them and give them kids. They're reflecting you. How do I affirm my language? My English is so bad. Well, then change it to your language, darling. Just translate it. What is your opinion about the action that we take in the 3D? Not necessary, but you can if you really want to, guys, but you're really going to have to assume the outcome's good. Guys, you can take action, but you just got to assume the outcome is what you want. Don't take action because you don't think it will work with your mind. Thanks a lot for your answer. All the stories in the Facebook group are really inspiring. Yes, guys, it's a great place to be. And it's also, I leave it that way to not have questions on the page so it is an inspiring place and it is uplifting because I don't want people going in there and spiraling and reading everyone's old stories and getting triggered every time they go in there with questions. There's other groups like that and I think it's really triggering and that's why I don't like it. There are 345 questions I'm about to delete in the back end of the group because people keep just typing them in the page. You've got to go and find the Q&A forum post under hashtag questions, hashtag Q&A forum in the topics and put your questions under the post because I'm not allowing questions in the group ever. I don't care how big the group gets. We're not allowing questions on the page because it's too fucking triggering and I want it to be an inspiring, uplifting place. Just saw a video which said all the traits of perfect self-concept and then just affirm my self-concept is perfect and your subconscious will bring up everything that compromises perfect self-concept for you. Does this work? Try it. Try it. Those people are idiots. But okay. Go ahead. Blanket affirmations. My self-concept's perfect. No, bitch, you get abandoned and he's going to leave just like everyone else and you're fat and your thighs are fat and he thinks you're hairy and you've got hair on your face. You need to shave your face. What's wrong with you? There's so much fucking wrong with you. La, la, la. My self-concept is perfect. Like, I'm not shitting you. That's what will happen if you do that crap. But go ahead because some fucking coach decided that throwing a blanket over all this crap was going to fucking work. It's like I described on a live a couple of weeks ago. It's like someone's just come to your house and your house is real fucking messy and your bedroom's real messy and there's clothes all over the floor. So you get a big fucking blanket and you throw it over the clothes on the floor and all the mess, but the mess is still there. But you're just throwing a fucking blanket over your head. Good luck with that, darling. I don't believe in that shit. But go ahead. I'm a huge Robert Greene fan. SP just randomly followed him on IG and SP desires riches, so I was telling him to assume he's rich. Today he added rich to his username. It is movement or synchronicity. No, there's no such thing as synchronicity. You did that. I'm new to Facebook group. Love your energy. Oh, good job. Thanks a lot for your answer. All the stories in Facebook group. Yes. When I'm a model or win an award in my thanks speech, I'm going to mention you. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, Loz. Was texting SP, imagining everything going good. Everything was working out for me. Not once did I think of bad things. And he read my last message, didn't reply. Guys, you don't have to have thought bad things for bad things to happen. It's a reflection of your self-concept, your deep core self-concept issues that you don't realize are all the way back here, hidden. You don't have to think, he's not going to text me. This isn't going to work out. He doesn't love me. You just got to think, I'm not chosen. I'm not good enough. I do things wrong. I get abandoned. You don't have to have thought the thing. Okay, guys, what should we call this live? You're so funny. What should we call this live, guys? Because I've got to go. I've got so much shit to do. Hidden self-concept. Marriage success, because we're talking about John's success story. We'll call it that. All right, guys. Dear Laws, can I use affirmations like a rampage? Yes, darling, absolutely. Before I knew about manifesting, when me and my ex broke up in my mind, I was still his girlfriend. I didn't accept he was gone, and he came back 3 days later. Is it because I was still his girlfriend? Yes, in your mind you still were, so he did. Right? I've done that. I'm just like, we're not breaking up. That's not happening. I'm still your girlfriend. What are you talking about? Get back together. You're living in the end of it's done. You're not broken up. That's the point here, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. You can watch this straight back. It'll be called Hidden Self Concept and Marriage Success. And I'll be live tomorrow, 9 p.m. EST. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for joining me. And bye, John and Samantha, if you're still here. Congratulations. Bye.